Hey guys, I'm recording in my basement again. Today, topic of this video is going to be my testimony. Just so you guys know, like, where I'm coming from, what I've been through. I mean, my testimony isn't really finished yet, but I'll tell you everything that's happened so far. Right? So, we start off. Oh wait, I actually can't start yet. I have to give a disclaimer. This talks about very sensitive topics. Sensitive topics like how to say this? Resetting character in real life. That's like the best way I could say that. But yeah, talks about sensitive topics. So I start off. This one day I decided to really try and give my life to Christ. And that decision, it was a good decision, but it didn't seem like that. Because listen, once you decide to give your life to Christ, the devil will try and come after you. Seriously. He would try to come after you. He tried to come after me. Right? One of the first things I dealt with was lust. See, lust is a thing that devil tries to use to get you off your path. See, let's say this right here is you. This little guy is you, right? This is your path. The devil will try and push you off of it using sin and lust. But if you beat it, you can get there, boom, like that, right? The first thing I dealt with was lust. Very, very difficult sin to beat. I dealt with others, but that one was the biggest one. Very difficult to beat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still actually trying to beat it, right? But listen, I was trying to do everything I could, right? I tried to beat the sin for like a long time. I'd say like a year or two, right? Still am. I have a good strategy. I'll share that at the end of the video, though. Promise. But yeah. So I tried really hard. I tried to do all these things and be such a good Christian. I tried to read my Bible more, do this, do that. All these things I have to worry about. I felt so bad for sinning and stuff. All these things I had to worry about. It was so stressful on me. Very stressful on me, right? And it became so overwhelming, right? Super overwhelming. And you may be thinking, like, through the screen, you may be thinking like, oh, you could have told somebody about that. Well, at this time, I felt like no one was listening. I didn't feel like I was listening or anything like that. I felt like no one was listening. And even if I did say it, no one would understand. Because listen, right? Because, how do I say this without being mean or rude or judging, right? I felt as like no one really tried as hard as me and really went at it as hard as me. And I didn't feel like anyone really understood how hard I was trying, how difficult it was. That's why I never really told anyone about what I went through. Never really told anyone. It's a special thing that you guys can see this because I haven't really told anyone this. So, yeah. So, yeah, that happened. And this is where the sensitive topic's coming. It became so overwhelming. It was so bad. It was super bad. At that point, I felt numb. Didn't want to do anything. But I forced myself to get up each day and to pretend, to put on a fake mask, to pretend that I was all right. I went around saying I was okay, but really, I wasn't, like, at all, right? I wasn't fine. And I felt so stuck because I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop sinning so much, right? I couldn't tell anyone because I felt like no one was listening. I kept on with this sin and all this stuff. And I felt so stuck because what could I do if I felt that God was listening? And I was like, if he's not listening, who will? If he's not helping, who will help? So I felt so stuck. I felt numb. I didn't even want to be here anymore, if you know what I mean. I'm make sure no one hears me, but I wanted to reset character in real life. I wanted to reset character in real life. I don't want my parents or anyone to hear me, because if they want to hear about my testimony, then they can watch the video, but they're not watching. So, yeah, but that's what I said. It got that bad. Oh yeah, one more thing. I even attempted to do it. I went into a bathtub, and I think you can already imagine what I tried to do. But yeah, like I was saying, got really bad, very bad, and I felt so horrible. And this went on for a while. Went on for a long while. I felt so hopeless. It felt like nothing I did was ever enough. Nothing I did would get me out of this situation. I just didn't want to be here. I just didn't. Like, I always felt everything I did was enough. I felt like I couldn't do enough for God. I mean, I know I'm not going to be good enough because, like, his standards like really high. You know, what I mean by that is, like, for me to be good enough for God, I'd have to be sinless, which none of us are. That's why he died. But listen, I wanted to do good enough to where I was happy, but I couldn't. I wasn't good at these things, right? And also, besides like Christianity stuff, I felt I wasn't doing good enough in anything. I felt like I wasn't doing good enough in sports, in life in general. I wanted to lose this weight. I didn't. You see me now. I mean, I lost a little bit, but not enough to where I was happy. I felt like I was falling behind. Like, I was the one in my family that was the most failing at the moment. I felt like such a worthless person. I did. I felt horrible. Worthless everything. I felt like the worst of the worst. The best sinner of all the sinners. And the most worthless of the worthless. I didn't feel good about myself at all. I didn't have any confidence about myself. Right? So, I really just, sometimes I just wanted to give up, like, really, really bad. But something just told me don't give up, because giving up isn't something of my nature. Giving up isn't something of my nature. I don't like to give up. That's me surrendering. Why did it get so dark? But that's me surrendering. I didn't want to surrender to these feelings. I didn't want to. But I also wanted to. I didn't want to surrender to these things and stop completely. And I didn't want to keep going either. Right? So I was just stuck in this, like, decision. Should I give up or should I not? But ultimately, I didn't. Ultimately, I did not give up. I didn't. And I'm glad I did, because now I'm here, right? But, now I'm going to get to the part where it all ended. Well, I mean, my testimony's still going. I still deal with some things. Well, actually, we're not gonna go to the part where it all ended, because I still got a little bit of stuff to talk about. But yeah, I felt really, really bad. I dealt with the sin of sloth. I was lazy. I didn't want to work out, do any of this stuff. I didn't want to. I sinned so much. I felt like God at that point couldn't save me. I felt so pitiful and so lost. And I felt like no matter how much I cried out, no one heard me. So I had it just bottled up in my heart, and it was just pushing and crushing my heart more and more each and every day. It was horrible. It was real bad. Real bad to the point I wanted to reset character in real life. Okay? Yeah, it got like super bad. And I just want to say, if anyone's watching this that is dealing with stuff that I've described, you're not alone, man. There's always someone out there that cares, that is willing to listen. Hey, I'm even willing to listen. I don't have a lot of subscribers or anything, so I'm not a very busy person on my channel. If you comment, I will most likely see that comment, okay? If you watch this video and comment on it, I'll most likely see it. Talk to me, tell me, I'll answer. I'm willing to help. I'm very willing to help. If you're dealing with anything like I am, willing to help. Alright? But yeah. Now I'm gonna go to the part where I ended. So, one day it just became too much. Way too much. I was down here in the basement and I was just bawling. Like, bawling. Not this bawling. Not this bawling. Bawling. My eyes out. Crying. Very, very bad. A lot. So much. My head started to hurt. I searched up what that meant. That means all the stress and all this stuff is like tensing in your head. The muscles in your head tense from all the stress and everything like that. So I was crying, right? And I was just letting everything out to God. I was just yelling at him like, this and that, yeah. I was letting everything out. And I said, why me? What's so different? Sorry about that cut. My timer went out. My timer went off in the end of the video. But like I was saying, why me? Why me? Because I saw all these other people doing so great in life. They were able to beat all their problems and become such great disciples of God. And I'm like, why can't I do that? And I was heard some people had these miracles that happened to them. I was like, where's mine at? What about me? And then a miracle happened to me. I was crying, and then over here, I saw it near the stairs of my basement. I see someone standing here. I see a white robe. I can only see the lower half, but it was a white robe. And basically what Jesus would wear. Sandals, white robe, you know, right? I see that. And then I look up and then it's gone. This made me realize. It made me realize he's always there for us. He's always watching us. He cares for us. Yes, us. Me and you. You watching this video. You. Yes, you. He cares for us. He doesn't want us to hurt. He died so we didn't have to hurt. He wants us to have the happiest life and the most peaceful life that we can. So if you're feeling these things, cry out to him. It doesn't matter if it feels like he's not hearing. He does. I'm telling you, he does. He hears every single word. He sees every single tear. All of it. Cry out to him. I cried out to him. He showed up for me. Hey, a miracle like him revealing himself might happen to you, but he'll still be by your side. For all of it. He'll still be by your side. All you have to do is go to him. Go to him. It's really that simple. If you are feeling down, go to him. He hears you. Just know that. If it feels like he's not listening, he's listening. Definitely. I felt like he wasn't listening. But all this time he was. All this time he was. So listen, man. If you felt anything like I did, it's all going to be okay. Trust me when I say that. Trust me when I say that. It's going to be okay. And the Lord says it too. It was Jeremiah 21 something. Dang. Bro, I'm so bad at remembering verses, but listen. He says he will have a future of you full of peace, joy, and happiness. Trust that. Trust him and go to him. Have faith in his plan and go to him. Yes, bad things are going to happen to you. But he works all the bad for your good. All the horrible things that happen to you, he's going to work it out and make it into something beautiful. And one day you're going to look back and you're going to be like, man, he really is a miracle worker. You're going to look back and say that. Trust me on that. You're going to look back and say that. Because he's going to save you. He's going to. Trust me on that. You're not going to see the full picture now. You're not going to see it. But we're supposed to walk by faith and not by sight. So, just trust in him. If you're feeling down, go to him. If you're feeling anything, he's always there to listen. Because you have to realize he's the only person that understands everything about you. My parents, brothers, everyone in my family doesn't know me 100%. No one knows me 100%. But guess who does? Him. He knows you. Every single detail about you, he knows. Every detail. So, yeah. Trust him, go to him. Everything will be okay. That's really all I have to say for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure like, subscribe, press the notification bell, even comment while you're at it. Peace.